gang of 5 lads playing football with a hedgehog. It was going to fund the RSPCA, but now the hedgehog's gone 1-0 up. It did a knee slide to the corner flag with its shirt pulled over its spiky head. I hate that prick. Not only is it better at football than me, it's got 4 working knees, which is 3 more than I've got.
Oh.
My bully knees. I dropped my phone earlier. It took me so long to pick it up that the camera made a short documentary film of the state of my shoes. I can't make any outgoing calls now, but I've got some excellent footage. Does anybody else have a weight issue? I'm not talking about the queue outside Greg's. I put on a lot of weight recently in my job as a restaurant critic. And all the chefs hated me. I refused to give any good feedback. So I got the sack. I had a quick look inside the sack. There's nothing to eat in there. I left that job. I went on to a new job in waste management. As a bin man. I was skint at the time. They made me an offer I couldn't refuse. Refuse. Basically, it was a job that I couldn't turn down. The wages were rubbish. To be honest, I was only really in it for the tips. Because of my size, I got a job in a nightclub. I thought I'd make a good bouncer. Until I fell off the roof. So now I work as a duty solicitor, which means that I get to answer the phone 24 hours a day, in the middle of the night sometimes. That's not as much fun as it sounds. A lady rang a few weeks ago. I'm going to change her name for legal reasons. Catherine, I'm going to call her Cat for short. She said that she'd been the victim of a cow attack, which is unusual. She'd been out for a walk with her daughter, Lady Weatherspoon. She's a fan of the Beckhams, so she'd named her eldest after the place she'd been conceived. Not that posh. They were walking the dog. His name was By the Bins. They were it was night time, they were in a field full of flowers, and Weatherspoon stopped to pick a buttercup. Strange for someone to leave one of their buttocks lying around in the grass. A cow came out of nowhere, spread-eagled against the moonlight, rude bits on show. Cat was shocked. In fact, she was utterly traumatized. The cow just walked off, and as it did so, Cat's hand brushed against something stiff. She'd been prodded by a coward. The cow went in the direction of Tantastic, which is the tanning salon on the high street. Cat said she could have followed it if she wanted to, because although Tantastic is a tannery, it's not a proper hiding place. Not a proper hiding place. By the Bins hated that joke. You could hear him howling in the background. What's the next bit? I said to Cat, did she get a good look at the cow? It's important for identification purposes. She said no, she'd only got a quick flash. But instantly, she sent 3 pictures, which she clearly downloaded off the internet. The first one was a horny beast with a beard. Initially, I thought yak. But on closer inspection, it wasn't a cow at all, it was a picture of Russell Brand. If you thought that was cheesy, the second one was a picture of the laughing cow from the cheese. The third one was the cow off the purple chocolate. I thought she's really milkering this. Cat said, on the ground where the cow had been, there was a marooned fish. She said, could it be a clue to its identity? I thought, no, it's probably just a red herring. Weatherspoon immediately began eating the fish. Cat then said, next to the fish, there's a tiny toilet seat which looks like it's been cut in half. Could that be a clue? I said, maybe, but it's not a lot to go on. I said, in order to find out who the cow was, we probably need to do an ID parade. Cat got upset. She didn't want the... Sorry, the cat got upset. She didn't want that. She thought there might be beef, because who knew the cow might have a gun or a knife. I told her not to worry, because cows don't have arms. In any event, it will be given a thorough pat-down search by the police, especially around the calves. Round the calves? She said, surprised. These kids aren't going to get arrested, are they? I said, no, because there's a cow, not a goat. She said, you are taking the piss. She wasn't wrong. I didn't believe a word of her story. I thought it was a load of bullocks. I was just getting back to sleep, and the phone went again. It was the police. They said, we've got your client in custody for a calculated attack. It's a riddle, but we think Cat had a fiddle when a cow jumped in front of the moon, a little dog howled at an awful pun, and a fish went missing. Weatherspoon! So, that's the end of the cock and bull story. If you want to know what happened to Cat, well, she was cautioned for cattle rustling, and Weatherspoon, that's sad. She got rushed to hospital with salmonella poisoning. Okay, thank you.